Good evening, everybody. Tonight is December 31st, 2014, and here broadcasting live from the youthsportscenter.com. Here tonight I have the CEO and creator of the youthsportscenter.com, Mr. Coach Reed Dudley. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing excellent, man. Turn up. You already know, man. It's official.
Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you, to you and the Youth Sports Center team.
Yes.
Now. So we're going to go ahead and start off with this open forum here so people can get to know a bit about you, yourself, and the Youth Sports Center as a whole and the team as a business.
Yes.
All right, so where did you come up with the idea?
Came up with the idea, the youthsportscenter.com, being about 11 years old, and starting off with some friends, coming over to the house and just talking about what youth sports was to us, actually being at my old football games and announcing some of the games when my little brother was playing Mighty Might or playing the flag division. Me and a friend of mine, Eric Peterman, shout outs to him. We'd announce the games and make a little bit of fun out of it. So I always thought it'd be fun if kids would be able to have more of an avenue within the youth sports realm.
Okay. It sounds good, and it does show from your social media standpoint that you're having a good turnaround within the community with the youth.
Yeah.
Now, what is the Youth Sports Center, and what do you want it to be?
The Youth Sports Center, what the Youth Sports Center is a youth media outlet. It's the very first youth media outlet as far as like giving the kids their own voice. Now, I'm trying to get a lot more of the youth to get involved and actually, be able to post their own interviews, interview themselves. Essentially, I wouldn't want myself to be the front person for it or to be doing the bulk of the interviews. I'm actually currently looking for youth kids and young people who want to interview people and want to start off a career and do this themselves. So that's what the Youth Sports Center is about. It's pretty much about the youth creating their own youth forum and media, and I'm just the person to get it going and pass it off to you guys. It's you guys' turn now, man. Turn up.
Right on. So you're trying to go on ahead and integrate the children into the broadcasting aspect of the sports. Yeah. That'd be a bit more interesting than what's going on.
Well, from with years past, what goes on is that adults broadcast adult TV, and that's cool, but it has adult syntax towards it. And I mean, how you look at everything, it's like it looks like adult. And you got kids watching that, and essentially you want kids being able to go to their own forum where kids are talking and they can explain things in a way that kids would be able to understand. I think it would be just better for them that way.
All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. At this point, I'll go ahead and ask you. So, how did you get linked with youth sports, and what organization did you start off with?
Well, I started off playing with San Diego AYF. I started playing with the Skyline Tigers when I was young. We were champions over and over again. That's what we did our thing. Shout out to Skyline, Tracy Thompson out there controlling that, doing that program pretty nice. I started off like as coach, Chris Dudley, actually, coaching the San Marcos Steelers. I had a really, really good team. We only had about 15 kids our junior midget year. We went to playoffs. We won our first game. We were ranked 13th, and moved forward. You guys go check that out on YouTube. Also, San Marcos Steelers. So I started off there, and then from there, the next year into it, I decided I didn't want to coach. I wanted to bring the Youth Sports Center more integrated into the process. So I went and I talked to Phil Lomax, and I had a meeting with all of the presidents within the San Diego AYF League, and explained to them what I was going to be doing and what I was going to be bringing to the San Diego AYF for the past 2 years.
Yeah, and you seem awfully passionate about what you do. And back to what he was saying, go back and you can check that video out. I actually saw a clip of you running down the sideline with one of the kids as he was taking it to the house. Yeah,
that was Hollywood Damon Wiggin. He is now the starting running back for Mission Hills High School, as Brandon Pinkston is starting defensive tackle for San Marcos High School, as well as Josh Bourne starting quarterback, running back for San Marcos, Amparano starting linebacker, and Seth Tapia starting linebacker and defensive end for Escondido. So my boys are doing well out there. Yeah, and I was running down the sideline. If they score touchdowns, you'll see me running down the sideline with my guys cheering them on, man, because that's just what we do, man. Turn up. Always.
Right on. All right. So we'll go on ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of the forum here, and go ahead and grill you with some questions here. So we need you to tell us what happened this year in the playoffs in San Diego.
Well, like I told you earlier before, I've been working with San Diego for about 2 years now. I went to Phil Lomax personally, and I told him about this business, what we're going to be doing, and then I got to express myself in the forum of all the presidents. The next year, second year coming into it, I actually sent a friend of mine into Bonita Vista High School to go talk to Phil and go tell Phil that we were going to be going in for a second year with the San Diego AYF and bringing this opportunity to them. what happened is in the playoffs, it just kind of got confusing. I don't know. We were already okay to do the things that we were doing. My cameraman decided that he went to the game and he was shut out of a game and they weren't allowed to come to games. I had to call and get different verifications when we had already made something set out. It just got really confusing towards the end, and we had already set a deal from the beginning, and it should have just stayed the way it was, and it shouldn't have had to be any mix-ups or anything like that. I lost a cameraman to that, and who has since tried to create a competing business with mine. So because of things like that, and people not making phone calls if things are changed, then it went astray.
All right. So, we need you to go on ahead and tell us at this time. We heard about an athlete sports club that you're putting together within the Youth Sports Center. So, what is exactly the athlete sports club, and what other businesses are you linking that along with?
The Athlete Sports Club pretty much is like a Boy Scout, Girl Scouts for athletes and for people who are camera people or want to be behind a microphone. What we're doing is we're starting a club where we're going to meet weekly, and talk about things in sports. I got big time athletes like Moses Mooney and Mikael Oliver who are going to be heading this program. Like I told you, Brandon Pinkston, Darian Norwood, Damon Wiggin, guys like that, and of those high characters, Elijah Preston. Kids like that who are going to be leading this new wave of teaching younger athletes how to be better, teaching them how to talk behind the microphone, teaching them how to work out properly, how to study properly, and get ready for this thing that all these kids want to go to, is what they call college.
Right on. And you set out high aspirations for these kids, for them to propel their future and many different avenues just besides the sports. And we really do appreciate what you're doing for the youth in the community. All right, and we know you got limited time with us here tonight, Mr. Dudley, so we're going to go ahead and ask you the last question. So go ahead and let us know, where do you see the Youth Sports Center within the next 10 years?
Within the next 10 years, I see the Youth Sports Center growing. I would like to continue relationships out there in San Diego with the San Diego AYF. And hopefully they can see what we've been doing out here with the Phoenix AYF and how we've just blossomed and grown. We actually had the Snoop YFL come out here and play in a game, which was awesome. We were able to interview Snoop Dogg, as a lot of you were able to see, and we just want to touch all bases of all countries. I've gotten letters from people from Africa, the Philippines, all over the globe that are interested in the youthsportscenter.com. So what we need is within the next couple of years, in the next couple of months actually, I would like more kids to be involved, more kids to want to interview and want to get themselves out there. There's a lot of college coaches that are friends with me on these social media sites, so they're looking at the kids and they want to take the kids who perceive themselves as smart, intelligent athletes. And that's what we're looking towards. We're looking to enhance the smarter, intelligent athlete into the next generation. So that's what I see with the Youth Sports Center, creating more than just athletes, but better people within sports. That's what I see.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and that is going to be all for our interview with Mr. Reed Dudley tonight. So go ahead and tune back in with us at the youthsportscenter.com and turn up all the way.